You know that feeling? A slow week, gaps in the schedule. It's stressful, right? Well, what if you could change that? What if you had a direct line, a way to reach out to your best customers and fill those spots? That's exactly what we're getting into today. We're going to break down how email and SMS marketing can be your secret weapon to stay connected and keep your business top of mind. Okay, so let's get one thing straight right away. Think about social media. You're basically renting space. You're at the mercy of some algorithm you can't control, right? It decides who sees your stuff. And hey, if that platform suddenly changes the rules or, vanishes, poof, so does your audience. But with email and SMS, it's totally different. You own that list. It's your asset. It's a direct line to your customers that no algorithm, no platform change can ever touch. And that right there is why we call this your most valuable asset. Seriously, it's not about your follower count, which can be a total vanity metric. This list, this is something you actually own. You can count on it no matter what crazy things the social media giants decide to do next. So, first things first, let's talk about how to build it. So where do you even begin? Honestly, it's way easier than it sounds. You can do this in so many simple ways. Pop a sign-up form on your website, that's a classic. Ask people right at the checkout or when you finish a service. Heading to a local event, bring a sign-up sheet. You can even just put a simple QR code on your flyers or business cards. Oh, and you can totally use your social media for this. Run a little promotion to get those rented followers to join your owned list. See? Super straightforward. And listen, you don't have to break the bank to get people to sign up. Not at all. A little something extra can go a long, long way. I'm talking about simple stuff like offering $10 off their next service, or maybe a free little add-on. Even just promising them access to special promotions can be enough to get them to happily hand over their contact info. Okay, quick but super important point before we go any further. You've got to get permission, always. Trust is the name of the game here, and that all starts with respecting people's inboxes. Just be upfront and clear about what they're signing up for. It's that simple. All right, so your list is starting to grow. Awesome. But now, you're probably asking the million-dollar question. What do I actually send these people? And here's the secret. Stop thinking about selling all the time. Instead, focus on providing real, actual value. If you're helpful first, I promise you, the business will follow. A really solid strategy usually mixes four kinds of content. Think of them as your four pillars. You've got your monthly newsletters just to stay on people's radar. You have service reminders, which are just plain helpful. You've got your seasonal promotions to keep things fresh. And then there's educational content, which is all about showing you're the expert. Let's look at some real-world examples of what I mean. So, for a newsletter, a great tip is to think seasonally. Something like this. How to prepare your home for winter plumbing issues is perfect. See? It's not just a sales pitch, it's genuinely helpful advice. It helps your customer and makes you look like the go-to expert they can trust. Service reminders. These might just be the easiest and most powerful messages you can send. Seriously, this isn't spam. It's a helpful little nudge. It helps your customer remember something important, and it brings repeat business through your door. It's a total win-win. And here's a great example of that educational content we talked about. By teaching your customers how to prevent little problems on their own, you build up so much trust. You become the authority. So when a big problem happens and they actually need to call a pro, who do you think they're going to call first? Exactly. Okay, let's switch gears and talk about a totally different tool in your kit. Text messages. SMS is not for your monthly newsletter, okay? Its superpower is speed. It's for those short, time-sensitive messages that you need people to see, like, right now. So when's the right time to send a text? Think urgent. Think immediate. Appointment reminders? Perfect. A last-minute cancellation you need to fill? Absolutely. A flash sale that ends in a few hours? Yes. Or even just a quick, hey, your technician is on the way. Those are the moments where SMS really shines. Just look at this example. It does everything right. It's personal, using their name, it presents a clear, valuable opportunity, and it gives a super simple call to action, reply yes, with a nice little bonus. A text like this can literally turn a hole in your schedule into cash in a matter of minutes. That's the power we're talking about. Okay, I know what you might be thinking. This sounds like a ton of work. And I get it. But trust me, with the right game plan and a few good tools, you can make this whole process totally manageable, super consistent, and really professional. Let's talk about some simple rules for success. These are like the non-negotiables. First, as we said, always get consent. Second, make it super easy for people to unsubscribe. a one-click link is perfect. And third, and this is a big one, never share their data. Ever. This isn't just about following the rules. It's about being a brand that people trust and actually want to hear from. And here's a little secret for you. Consistency is way more important than frequency. You do not need to be emailing people every day. Please don't. A simple, regular schedule, maybe just one helpful email a month, is so much more powerful than just spamming their inbox. That consistency, that's how you build real trust. So how do you make this all easy on yourself? That's where automation tools come in. You've probably heard of them, services like MailChimp or Constant Contact. They do all the heavy lifting. They help you manage your contacts, design good-looking emails, schedule them to go out whenever you want, and even track your results. It's a huge time saver. Last but not least, how do you know if any of this is even working? I mean, are people actually reading your stuff? Well, let's look at a few simple numbers that can tell you exactly how healthy your customer relationships are. You don't need to be a data scientist, I promise. There are really only 3 numbers you need to keep an eye on to see if you're headed in the right direction: your open rate, your click-through rate, and your unsubscribe rate. Together, they pretty much tell the whole story of how people are reacting to your messages. Your open rate, that's just the percentage of people who actually open your email, and it's your first big clue. If you can get that number over 30%, you're doing great. It means your subject lines are catching their eye and they trust you enough to see what's inside. That's a huge win. Now, on the other side of the coin, you have your unsubscribe rate. You want this number to be teeny tiny, ideally less than 1%. If you see that number starting to creep up, it's a big red flag that your content isn't connecting, and it might be time to switch things up. So let's wrap it up with this one simple question. Forget about creating some complicated 10-part email campaign. Just for a second, think about one single message. If you could send one helpful thing to all of your best customers right now, what would it be? Whatever your answer is, that's where you start.